In this show, we talked about myofascial pain syndrome, gait issues or walking issues after an ACL tear, and how you can enjoy sex if you have sciatica or sciatic pain. Hey everyone, this is me, Gorby, your physical therapist, and you're watching the E-Rehab Show, episode 2. Whew. Okay guys, so we're now at episode 2 of the E-Rehab Show, and I think the first episode is really good. Like, people like it, people love the first episode, and I'm just happy to be able to do again another episode with you guys. So people are continually asking questions about their pains and the aches in their body. So I'm very happy to answer your questions about your aches and discomforts in the body. It's been a very glooming day here in Manila, so it's a bit rainy right now. And even though it's a bit gloomy, I'll try my very best to make it fun for you guys and make this show an informative one, especially for those of you guys who are seeking help and need solution about their pains and discomfort. Again guys, the goal of this show is for me to be able to bring physical therapy closer to you, and I hope I am accomplishing this mission by me shooting myself into a camera and answering your specific questions. Before we proceed with the questions for this episode, a few things that I wanted to bring up. So some of my friends who've watched the previous episode, so if you haven't watched the previous episode yet, so please make sure you check that out. And so yeah, a few of my friends have been giving me feedback about the show. How can I make it a bit better? And they are actually telling me to invite a few guests to be here in the show. So it could be a physical therapist or a chiro or even a patient sitting with me here in the show while we are answering your specific questions. So for me, I personally think it's a little bit early for that, but if you guys know someone, or if you want to be here on the show, you just need to message me on my Facebook or Instagram account. I'll link my profile below. I have also a Facebook page with me and a TikTok page for my Filipino community. So make sure you guys check that out. Make sure you're following that and you're actually subscribed with this channel. So that's one feedback that I had with regards to the show. So another one is for me to be able to organize your questions. It's very hard for me to organize the questions, especially if it's like a bulk load of questions coming in my social media account. So I need you guys to help me with this one. So before you send in your questions on my social media accounts, make sure you at me at Gorbisanko, or put the hashtag E-Rehab Show, so that it's a little bit easy for me to find your questions so that I can answer your specific question. With that said, let's get into the show. So first question, let's go.
Nana asked, I was diagnosed with MPS on both my thoracolumbar area. I don't have any idea what it is, and I would like to know what exercise I can do to relieve my pain.
So thank you so much for this very good question about myofascial pain syndrome. So MPS, or myofascial, it's called myofascial pain syndrome. And what it means is that your pains and your discomforts are, its pain generator is coming from your muscles. So it could mean that the muscles on your back, like your upper back, because it's thoracolumbar, could be that the muscles surrounding your upper back. So I have a paraphernalia here. So the muscles surrounding here up to your lumbar area could be stiff or could be weak. Because of their stiffness and because of the weakness of the muscle, it could lead to pains and discomfort also on that area. And It's very simple to treat, guys. So you just need to make sure that the muscles are in good length. So meaning if the tissue or the muscle is stiff or tight, you need to stretch it, and the muscles could be weak. More often than not, it's both. It's both stiff and weak. So what we need to do is to stretch out those muscles and strengthen those muscles surrounding your spine for you to be able to decrease that pain and for you to move well and move better. So what I usually do with my patients is I teach them movements or exercises for them to improve their spinal articulation and core strength. So doing those two things will improve the muscle length around your spine and the strength of those tissues that are weak. So I'll show you a good exercise here. Again, guys, with MPS or myofascial pain, we wanted to teach that spine, each segment of the spine, how to move properly. And I'll be showing you guys here an exercise which I call reverse roll-ups. And it will help you teach your spine to articulate better or move properly. And it will help loosen up the tightness on the muscles around the joints of your spine. So here's how to do it. So you're just going to start with a bent knee. Keep your back straight, and then from here you're just going to slowly roll down your body, starting from here, from your sacrum or from your tailbone down to your skull. So from here, I just need you to roll down, very slow, going down, control the movement, and then like this. Once you master the movement, you can do it with a straight knee. And then same thing, you're rolling it down all the way up. And then you can also do a roll-ups if you develop already the strength of your core. So from here. So this move is actually a Pilates move that helps tons of people who are experiencing back pain or like issues with their spine. So try it at home. So do 10 repetitions of this exercise, 3 sets, and let me know the difference on your back pain. The second thing that I need you to do, guys, is for you to train also your core. And this is a very good exercise to strengthen your core while also strengthening the muscles around your spine. So it's called a bird dog exercise. And you're just going to kneel on a mat and then keep your back on a neutral position. So you don't want your back to be arched like this or flat like this. So keep it in a neutral position. And then from here, you're just going to raise your right arm up and your left leg up. So from here, control the movement and then slowly go down. And then switch sides and slowly go down. Do it 10 repetitions, 3 sets on each side for you to develop that core strength and muscular strength on the muscles around your spine. So again, it looks easy, but it's very hard to control. All right, so those 2 exercises could definitely help you. I need you to try it at home. Let me know in the comment section down below, what did you feel after doing those 2 exercises? Do it consistently on a daily basis for 2, 3, or 4 weeks. It should dramatically decrease your pain on your upper back and lower back. So let me know, comment on this video down below. Let me know how it goes. Or if you're someone who's experiencing thoracolumbar pain or MPS on the thoracolumbar area, make sure, guys, that you try these moves and let me know in the comment section, how does it feel after doing the exercises? Okay, so let's proceed. Next question.
Full-time Papi asked, I tore my ACL 3 years ago and I opted to do conservative rehab to manage this problem. I noticed that I have problems now with walking and I feel that one leg is longer than the other. What should I do?
Okay, so this is a very good question with regards to the ACL tear. So that's true, guys. If you have an ACL tear and you opted not to do an operation, or even if you do an operation, you will feel a leg length discrepancy and you will feel awkwardness while walking. According to him, his walking is a little bit imbalanced or not balanced. So he feels a little bit of leg length discrepancy there. And it usually happens because the knee will stay in flexion or in a bent position after an ACL injury. So what the knee does is the hamstrings or the muscles responsible for bending the knee will tighten up to guard your knee to prevent it from buckling. And if it's guarding or if it's stiff and tight, your knee can't fully straighten. So for this one, the solution is for you to do a specific hamstring stretch for you to improve the flexibility of your knee and improve and gain that range of motion towards knee extension. So in the previous episode, I've shown you a very good hamstring stretch. So make sure you check that out. But in addition to doing some hamstring stretches or like muscular relaxation from the hamstrings, you also need to promote good strength and control over your knee joint or over your quadriceps muscle. So the muscle responsible for straightening the knee would be your quadriceps. And I'll show you guys a very good exercise that you can do for your quadriceps after ACL injury. Okay, so now guys, aside from like doing some good stretches from the hamstring like in the episode 1, we should also train our knee to straighten. And we do it by strengthening our quadriceps muscle. So you just need a platform like this. So for me, I have ACL tear here. You're just going to step that leg on the platform, keep your back straight, and then from here, straighten your knee up and come back down. It's a very simple move, but it really helps strengthen that knee. So side view, it looks like this. So from here, you're going to step. Make sure the knee is not like turning in. And then from here, just straighten that knee up and come back. So the mic. So step and come back. So do it 10 repetitions, 3 sets. It should help your walking feel better and your knee should be more straight after doing this exercise. So yeah, if you do those 2 exercises, hamstring stretch and quadricep strengthening, you would feel like better in terms of gait or walking. So again, after an ACL injury, the knee will stay in a bent position, meaning that leg which is injured, you will feel that it's shorter than the other. And you wanted to promote good flexibility of the hamstrings and good strength of your quadriceps for your knee to function better and for your knee to, and for you to be able to move well and properly. All right, guys, let's go for the final question. Let's do it.
Chuck asked, has sciatica or sciatic pain hurt our sex lives? What can we do?
Okay, so this is a very tricky topic to discuss or subject to discuss. So sciatica, does it prevent you from having sex? It's tough, especially for those of you guys who are experiencing sciatic pain. It's hard to function. Not just sex, but almost all activities in general. Walking, sitting down, cooking, taking a bath, everything is exhausting. And sex is part of life. I would say though that although it's very hard, it's still possible to enjoy this pleasurable activity. So with sciatic pain or sciatica, especially for those of you guys who don't have this type of problem or pain, what happens is you feel an electric sensation or numbness on your thighs going through your lower leg, going through your foot. It could be numbness, tingling sensation, sharp aching pain, running from your back, going to your glutes, thighs, lower leg, and then foot. It's a very annoying type of pain and people can't sleep well and properly because of this. So it could come from different sources. So it's not a one solution thing. So meaning the treatment for sciatic pain would depend on where the sciatic nerve is compressed. It could be compressed on your back. So for example, you have a disc herniation or a disc issue on your low back. Usually it's around your L5 segment, so meaning here, and your S1 segment. So the disc is pushed out and it's like touching or compressing the nerve, and it alters the sensation on your legs. Or it could also be coming from a compression on your hip joint. So sometimes the hip rotators in which our sciatic nerve passes is stiff and tight, and it could also like cause radiating pain down on your legs. Other times also it could be that the joints in between your low back is stiff, meaning there's no space for the sciatic nerve to pass through or exit, and it could also cause that tingling sensation on the or numbness on your legs. Now the reason why I'm saying this and how it can connect with sex is for you to be able to enjoy the activity properly. There are certain positions or like best practices positions that you guys can try or you guys can do for you to be able to enjoy the activity while managing the pain. The main rule of thumb with, of course, I'll be giving you guys suggestions on what's a good position, but the rule of thumb here is this. If it causes more, if the position or the movement causes more numbness on your foot, it's a bad position or it's a bad movement. If you just feel it on your low back, but the numbness on the foot or thigh is actually decreasing, that's an okay position. So usually with people who have disc issues, guys, so listen to this. If you guys have a disc problem, your back wants to stay in an extended position. Because if you bend your back even more, it will push out the disc even more and create more pain on your legs. So you want that back to stay on a neutral or extended position. So if you're a guy, the best sex position for you, and you're experiencing sciatic pain because of disc herniation, the best position for you is to be on top and do a missionary pose or the missionary position, because that is not irritable on your sciatic nerve. Now, if you're a female and your joints or the joints on your low back is stiff, so these are for those people who are experiencing spondylosis, lumbar spondylosis. The best position, especially if you're a female, is again a missionary position where you are at the bottom and your hip and knees are bent. So be on the bottom, bend both your hips and knees. You can enjoy the sex or the activity better. Now, one more thing that I wanted to say is with regards to like the adrenaline while doing the activity. Because of the adrenaline, you don't care about the pain and whatsoever, but right after the activity or right after sex, you feel that intense pain on your foot. So I want you to avoid that by making sure that you don't feel the numbness while you're doing the activity. Make sure if you have disc issues, stay on an extended position. If you have spondylosis, or if you have sciatic pain that is coming from the compression of your hips, make sure that your hips and knees are bent so that you can open up the space on your back and hips so that you won't compress that sciatic nerve even more. Another good position for both partners is to do the dog style position. You just have to make sure that you're not extending your back so much, especially if you have sciatic pain coming from your disc. And yeah, so for those of you guys who are experiencing sciatic pain or sciatica, let me know down in the comments what are some positions that are working for you. So some people prefer the spoon position because of when you're side lying, it's not that aggravating from the sciatic nerve. So it depends from person to person. Again, the rule of thumb here, make sure that you don't feel the numbness or the tingling sensation even more when you're on that position or movement. If it's just on your low back, it's fine. it's okay. If you don't feel any type of pain or discomfort, although it's very unlikely that you will experience that, it's also good. It's also okay. Now, question of the day for those of you guys who are experiencing myofascial pain. So let me know which area you are experiencing like muscular aches and pains so that I have a context of those of you guys who are suffering, what are the most common areas for you that you feel pain, and what are the solutions you tried to manage those pains and discomfort. All right, guys, so there are a lot of questions that still needs to be answered, but I'm running out of time and I plan to do only 3 to 5 questions right now. If you guys have questions with regards to your body pains and discomfort, send me your questions in via Facebook, Instagram, or even TikTok, or just in the comment section down below. Place a hashtag down there, hashtag eRehabShow, and I will answer it for you. Again, guys, this is Gorby, your physical therapist, and you're watching the eRehab Show. Episode 2, baby. Now, guys, I know also, just a quick side note, I know you guys have a lot of questions. Make sure you check this video out here. It might be the video you're looking for your pains and discomfort.